One of the most common questions I get asked is, can you actually make a career out of trading? Can you actually consistently pull money from the markets, and can you actually become a full-time trader and make a living off your trading? And I took my first ever trade 10 years ago now, and over the last decade I've had an absolutely wild journey, and I think I have a very unique perspective on this particular question based on my own experiences and based on the experiences of all the traders I've interacted with, worked alongside, coached, consulted for, funded. Now, like I mentioned, 10 years ago I took my first ever trade, and back then my only goal, my only focus was becoming the best possible trader I could possibly become, and to get funded. And the types of figures I was striving for, the tens of millions, to trade hundreds of millions of dollars. I was very naive at that point, and I had big, ambitious goals, and that's all I was focused on. And early on in my journey, I started pretty well. I was trading a very small account at the time, and I was doing well. I was pulling consistent months, high single-figure percentage months, and sometimes even 10, 12% per month. So I was doing very well on a monthly basis, percentage-wise. And I decided to scale up my capital and take on my first round of investment, which was a $100,000 round of private investment. And back then I wasn't very familiar with prop firms. Prop firms were nothing like what they are nowadays. So I had to go out and find the investors and do all that type of stuff myself. And I pulled that money together. And I thought that the results I was trading on a smaller account would just carry through, and I'd be able to replicate those results, just make an enormous amount of percentage and make an enormous amount of money. And I thought the only place I was going was up, just making more and more money. But of course, the reality was very different. And I started off on that investment account doing pretty well. I had a few good wins, and then I started to over-risk, overconfidence. And I started to get greedy, and I started to try and take more from the market than what the market was willing to give me. And I remember, a bad loss, and then I got thrown significantly on tilt, and I took another trade in an attempt to make that loss back, and things started to spiral from there. So from that moment, I was trading out of fear, I was trading out of survival, I was trading out of a desire to make back the losses I had incurred, a desire to alleviate the state of anxiety I was in, as opposed to actually trading the market. And long story short, I ended up losing that round of investment. And that was a very painful part of my journey. But it was also a driving force. It also magnified and highlighted that there were still gaps in my trading, still things I was missing. And in particular around the psychological framework and the maturity as a trader, and the ability to handle larger wins and handle larger losses dispassionately, and the ability to process loss without that triggering certain parts of my psyche that made me feel a certain way, that put me in a certain state that wasn't conducive with consistent profitability. So that low point in my journey highlighted a huge amount of work and self-work and personal growth that I needed to go on. And really that was the journey for the next 4 or 5 years beyond that as well, going into understanding and studying human psychology and human behavior. And I did. I studied under some of the most notable mentors in that space and learned everything I could, read every single relevant book that I could, and asked every relevant question that I could from these specialists to understand decision making on a deep level, to understand performance psychology on a deep level, and to implement all these insights into my own trading in an attempt to make myself a better trader. So the initial idea I had of being a consistently profitable trader and making all this money so I can make a living out of my trading was very different to the reality. The reality was that it took an enormous amount of self-work. It took a deep awareness and a deep understanding that most individuals aren't willing to dedicate themselves to, aren't willing to do. It takes a deep level of digging into your own psyche. In particular, I did a lot of work on the subconscious mind and Jung's principles in the subconscious mind. and understanding the subconscious mind on a deep level. Because if you're not aware of what's going on in your subconscious mind and the charges that are running you, then the market is going to resurface those, and you're going to be run by your subconscious mind even if you're not aware of it. So most traders, for starters, aren't willing to do that level of self-work. They're not willing to go down that exploration of their own psyche. And that's maybe okay on a small account, on a $10,000 account or $50,000 or $100,000 account. But when you start trading more capital to the mid to the high six figures and seven-figure capital, the wins and the losses start exposing parts of your psychology that you didn't even know were there. And you're made to face new parts of yourself that if you don't address, you're going to be run by those subconscious components as opposed to you trading yourself. So, when people first ask the question, is it possible to, make a living from your trading? Well, of course the answer is yes. There's traders out there that are consistently pulling money out the markets and they're making a living from their trading. Now, are the percentages high? Out of 100 traders, how many traders actually get there? Well, from what I've seen, the percentage is quite low. It's anywhere from 1 to 5%. If you have 100 traders that are actually dedicated to being traders and doing the inner work as well and learning the strategy and understanding the technical components of trading, and they're willing to address themselves, then probably 5 out of those 100 traders are actually going to do well and sustain the progress long term. Maybe a little bit more, maybe 10 or 15 out of those 100 traders. The statistics that they market, well, out of a group of 100 traders, you have to ask yourself the question, how many of those traders were actually dedicated in the first place? How many were guided in doing the right things? And a very low percentage of those, actually tick those boxes. So the percentage, if you're dedicated to the right things and you learn a strategy that resembles how the market moves and you understand price action and you understand supply and demand and you understand the principles of the market, some principles like Elliott wave theory, Fibonacci sequences. If you understand how the market actually operates and then you do the inner work to address your psychology, then you significantly increase the probability of being a successful trader and actually making it and actually being able to make money from the markets. If you don't dedicate yourself to that work and you're naive like I was, and you come into the market thinking that you don't need to do any of that work, you can just get a strategy, you can scale up all this money and make all this money, well then your chances of success are going to be a lot lower. Now, as I started to implement these insights on human behavior and psychology into my own trading, other traders started to notice. They started to ask me questions. I started to coach them. My coaching role turned into consulting roles for education companies, trading education companies, and then eventually consulting roles for prop firms. And then eventually I found that a lot of my traders that were going through my mentorship, going through my coaching, going through my consulting were doing very well, and then they'll go into other prop firms. So I decided to end up starting my own prop firm, Telos Capital, which is where we actually have an in-house prop firm now where we fund our traders that take on board our psychological principles. So throughout that journey, I've had exposure and I've had the opportunity to observe and interact with over 1,000 traders and see how they actually operate in different situations and see if I give them a certain environment, a certain mental model, how much that actually impacts their trading and their bottom line performance. And without a doubt, there are certain mindset principles that you can implement once you have a trading strategy that help increase the probability of making a living from your trading. And I cover those on my YouTube channel. The Bulletproof Your Trading Mindset tool is one of those key principles. What I teach with TeleX and what I've integrated into that technology also covers those key principles. Now, I also see that typically, I'm going to speak in terms of a generality here, that traders who tend to scalp lower time frames and they're really into the lower time frames and they're really very active with the amount of positions they're taking, they tend to have a lower probability of long-term success, mostly because for a month or two, they can sustain the lower time frame scalping. They can maybe take a few trades and they can do very well with that for a month or two, but there eventually comes a point where they have completely sacrificed their sleep, they've sacrificed their lifestyle, they've sacrificed other things they love doing, and they can no longer sustain trading such an unsustainable strategy. And on top of that, if they decide to scale up and they want to take on more capital, they can't trade those lower time frames with really tight pips and really scalpy setups because now the position sizing is too big. So they run into sustainability and scalability issues. This is why whenever I work with traders, I always encourage them to build an environment that allows them to sustain long-term and factor in their work, their relationships, their health and fitness, other things they love doing, and build a system, a trading strategy that allows them to do other things and allows them to trade without sacrificing their life. I also encourage them to keep scalability in mind. Could you be taking the same trade you're taking? Maybe now you're risking $1,000, but ultimately the goal is to be risking 10,000 or 20,000, 30,000 on that same position. So have you built a strategy? Have you built an environment? Have you built a system that allows you to 10x whatever risk you're taking now when you have the relevant, leverage and margin to do that and the account size to do that? But do you actually have the environment? And are you working towards being able to be the trader that executes at that level? And most traders, if they're being 100% honest, would say no. Because most traders aren't focused on the long-term sustainability of, what you have to do to be a sustainable long-term trader. Most traders just focus on making money here and now. And those are ultimately the traders who don't sustain success and end up blowing up. So we come back to that question. Can you actually make a living from trading? The answer is yes. There's a small percentage of people that do. Those small percentage of people, they focus on building environments, trading strategies, mindsets around those two factors, sustainability and scalability. Sustainability and scalability. They focus on building a trading strategy, a trading environment, trading processes, a trading mindset that allows them to also do the things in their life that they would love to do and focus on in the other areas of life. They've got a very holistic perspective to their trading, and they've managed the other components in their life, their relationships, their work, their personal finances, so that they can focus on executing their trading strategy when they need to. They also keep in mind scalability, meaning that they're not just focused on a trading strategy or a trading system that's going to make them money now on a $100,000 funded challenge, for example, but rather they're focused on the bigger picture. They know that if they want to make a long-term living from trading, they're probably going to want to be scaling up to $500,000 to $1 million in capital, depending on what their end of month return is. And they're focused on building a system and a mindset and an environment that allows them to trade at that level of capital, those position sizing and that risk, and build a system that actually allows them to do that. Meaning that if they're trading 2 pip stops, it's probably unrealistic to expect them to be putting a $10,000 or a $20,000 position on that. It just doesn't align necessarily. But traders that are factoring in scalability and they're building a system, well, they're trying to stack as much resistance between their entry and their stop loss. They're trying to put as many factors and components in between their entries and their stop loss. And that just gives them the certainty in being able to scale because they know their stops are protected when they're trading. So these are the things that the small percentage of traders that end up making a living from their trading, they're focused on. Now, on top of that, every single trader that's starting nowadays or, a couple years into their journey and ready to scale, they have an absolute luxury with prop firms, a luxury that I wish I had 10 years ago, and the ability to take on funding from prop firms at a very low barrier to entry. Now, if you get all those factors correct and you've got a good strategy that's sustainable, if you have a good mindset by implementing the Bulletproof Your Trading Mindset principles or TeleX principles, and you're watching my YouTube channel, absorbing as many of the mindset principles as possible, then you put yourself in the best possible position to take advantage of these prop firms. If you have good risk management, you've got a good drawdown protocol, you've got max risk per trade, you've got max losses per day, you've got all these risk management components dialed in, then you can do incredibly well with the prop firms. And you can take advantage of the opportunity you have to scale. At Telos Capital, we give our traders the opportunity to scale to $4 million US in capital. And You can trade Telos Capital, you can trade other prop firms at the same time. So the upside component you have with prop firms for the risk in trading them, the risk to reward on going for prop firms is exponential. And really what I encourage traders to do is diversify across a few different prop firms and also have some personal capital on the side as well and just play it intelligently. But if you do those things wisely, you can do really well. You can do really, really well, and you can take advantage of all the opportunities you have around you to be a successful trader. So traders, that was really the hope. You know, when I wrote up my master plan many years ago, I focused on building an ecosystem that allowed traders to be able to have sustainable and scalable success. That's what I wanted with my trading, and that's ultimately what I wanted with Telos Capital. So I built the trading psychology frameworks that allows traders to stabilize their psychology so they can stick to their plan. And then I built TellaX, which is the AI trading psychology technology, which allows traders to ensure that they have in real time AI intervention, an AI that learns their trading behavior and intervenes if the AI sees them going off path. And then I built out Telos Capital, which is a funding pathway up to $4 million in funding with fair rules, a fair evaluation, gives you a fair shot, and that allows you to have sustainable, scalable results with your trading. And if you do well, you can do very well with the payouts you get from Telos Capital and the other prop firms out there as well. And I wanted to build a system for traders so that they could have the sustainable mindset and then they could get access to a large amount of capital. Because ultimately, if these traders do well in Telos Capital, I do well as a result of having these traders in Telos Capital. So this was the framework. Everything I learned, all the problems I experienced as a trader, I put them into teachings, into tools, into processes, standard operating procedures to help me become a better trader and to help other traders become better traders. And then I built Telos Capital as a way to ensure that when traders were ready to scale, they had the opportunity to do so. And myself personally, you know, that's an altruistic component of the business, but also selfishly, I got access to those traders who wanted to sustain long-term, wanted to trade long-term and do really well long-term. And I just focus on building relationships with those traders. And those are the types of traders I want to work with. I want to work with traders who have a long-term vision for their trading. I want to do really well, want to scale up capital, but want to do it in a sustainable way. Not traders who are here 1 month and gone the next, but traders who are wanting to scale and wanting to sustain that. So that's my message for today. You can make a living from your trading. A small percentage of people do. But if you build sustainable and scalable processes, you significantly increase the probability of being able to do that. And then again, if you don't put too much pressure on your trading, especially early on, to be financially remunerated from it, but you work another job and you have other income coming in and you have cash savings there as well, you take the pressure off your trading, you take the pressure of being an outcome-based thinking off your mind, and you just focus on execution. You focus on doing the proper processes. And I think if you do that, you significantly increase the probability of having long-term success from your trading, and ultimately the goal being making a living from your trading.